First at noon, though, we have a live look outside over H-Town as afternoon thunderstorms are firing up. Our KHOU 11 weather team issuing a weather impact alert because of the potential for heavy downpours and quick-moving storms. Good afternoon. I'm Sherman Chow here with meteorologist Cheetah Craft. And Cheetah, this could make a mess of things that are already a mess. What do we need to know about these storms?
It's true, Sherman. You know, one way you can look at this, we could see some rain-cooled air, even if it's just kind of for a brief moment. But then another thing, you know, anyone who has a leak or they're trying to clean up debris, even additional power outages, this will be a concern. These thunderstorms are producing some very heavy rain and a lot of lightning. That is the thing about these thunderstorms. So it can be dangerous to be outside when these thunderstorms are present. Let me zoom in and show you where they are right now. So from Sugar Land to Richmond, notice the blinding red here. This is going to be blinding rain that's moving northward. Give this about 10 or 15 minutes, and between now through about 2 o'clock, these thunderstorms are basically going to be draped across the city. 45, the Gulf Freeway here, we've continued to see some, I would say, light to moderate rain, but notice how that red is starting to really pick up. These are going to be areas even along the east side here towards Shore Acres, towards League City, Sienna, Brookside Village. Notice right along the Beltway. Again, these are all moving from the south and moving north. So it's going to start to impact areas like right along the South Loop there. And this is going to continue, I'm expecting, through our afternoon hours. I think some of these thunderstorms could linger a little bit later than what was previously expected. So that weather impact alert, it is now through 5 o'clock this afternoon. This is going to impact a big part of your afternoon right across the city. And then it's basically out of here by 5, 6 o'clock. We're just under cloudy skies. I do think temperature-wise, we stay in the 80s while we have that rain-cooled air. Now, on top of the thunderstorms, another big component of our forecast today is the heat and the humidity. So if you're not seeing rain, your temperatures are going to be into the mid to maybe even upper 90s for some. Heat advisory today in effect pretty much for everyone with the exception of our extreme northwest county, Sherman. Feels like temperatures today up to 106. So it does put us in that dangerous heat category. And I'll send it back to you.
All right, Cheetah, thanks. Now is the time to download our free KHOU 11 mobile app to follow this forecast with storms on the radar. We'll be able to send you updates straight to your phone so you can get the latest on details for your neighborhood. And new at noon, more than 750,000 of us still have no electricity, and Acting Governor Dan Patrick says he is committed to making CenterPoint answer questions that remain top of mind for many of us. The big one, of course, is, was CenterPoint prepared for the storm? Patrick posting a long message on X this morning saying nearly 1 million homes and businesses should not still be without power 5 days after the storm. Other questions posted include, did CenterPoint cut corners before the storm? Are they cutting corners now? Another big one, will their response to the next storm be better? And are their customers their #1 priority in their mission statement and for future planning? Acting Governor ended the post by writing, quote, "The Senate and I are committed to getting the answers. You can count on it." And checking in right now on those power outages, CenterPoint showing 857,000 customers still without electricity. It says it expects to restore power to another 300,000 customers by Sunday, but that still leaves another 500,000 customers without electricity into the next week. And take a look at this. A section of the Hardy Toll Road is going to be closed now because of a power line that's draped across several lanes that needs repairing. The Hardy will be closed from the Parker Road exit to 610. Be alert for detours. You can see some of the cones out there right now. No estimated time for how long the closure will last. And CenterPoint says its restoration map will update today, showing estimated times for restoration. Katira Winfrey has been following this story all morning live. She's live in a neighborhood that just got its power back. I think I hear the cheering all the way here, Katira.
Yeah, I bet you can. You can say that for a lot of people. Now, we were here off of Stony Brook. That's right off of Richmond early this morning, around 10 o'clock, when neighbors finally got their power back on after 5 days of waiting. It's been somewhat of a bitter pill to swallow, as some of their neighbors literally streets over they've had their power since Tuesday. So CenterPoint says it's made a huge dent in restoring power and estimates they'll have 80% of it done by Sunday. Right now, the restoration restoration map shows areas that are energized and partially energized, which may explain why some have power and others don't. However, the company says today they'll have an updated map showing estimated times for when people can expect their power back on. Community members we spoke to say the last couple of days have been rough, but the recent rains offered a bit of a cool off today, and watching restoration crews finally make it to their street brought the relief they'd been waiting for.
Guy just left in that big truck. Did you get pictures of that truck?
Yes, sir.
Good. And oh, Lord have mercy. We're so glad to have the power.
Just the luck of the draw, I guess, on who gets it first, but I'm glad that we finally have it now. I'm appreciative to all the guys that are out there, all the guys and girls that are running the lines and making sure everyone's lights come back on.
Now, many people in the neighborhood, I'm told, had been using small generators to make do or to keep refrigerators and freezers running to try to save their food. As for the criticism CenterPoint has gotten over the last couple of days, they maintain that they've been doing the proper work and that they've made their response, that they have a great response. However, Acting Governor Dan Patrick says he does expect an investigation to be made into how CenterPoint has responded. We're now reporting live in Houston. Katira Winfrey, KHOU 11 News.
All right, thanks, Katera. Yeah, a lot of questions since it was a Cat 1 storm that has wreaked all this kind of havoc. Some of Houston's major sports teams stepping up to stand for Houston, starting with the Houston Rockets. Take a look at this setup at the Toyota Center for a food and water distribution. That relief event brought together several organizations across the community to help out folks. And the Astros and Coca-Cola passing out water and ice this morning. That is like gold to people without power and without working fridges. Chick-fil-A also gave out food, while the Red Cross and the Food Bank donated items as well.